to protect me while I'm videoing. They want this recorded for history. So all the traffic has been moved around me so I can film.
They know how vital it is for their cause to get the message out at last from their heavily censored country. The Burmese flag is flown upside down, an international distress signal from a country in crisis. But at this stage, there are many smiling faces. Once more, Alexandra upstages a revolution. Has been a focal point for protest and for army brutality. Unarmed medical staff were shot dead there near the start of the protest campaign. A monument to those killed remains. The Burmese revolution isn't just one class against another, but just about everybody against Ne Win, the man in charge for 26 years. The old support the upheaval. And the young high school students. Even the lawyers have taken to the streets. These are members of the Bar Council. The staff of Burma Airways are just one group of state employees who've walked out on strike. The students remain the driving force behind the revolt. They issue ID cards to make sure who's on their side. And they've produced a host of student newspapers, Burma's first free press in years. But the Buddhist monks have provided a stabilizing force. They've helped keep the country running on a local level at least. Without the monks, basic services such as garbage collection and electricity supply would have collapsed. As the wide support for the protesters grew even more apparent, government agents acted more and more ruthlessly.
Ropes around the marchers to protect them from pickpockets and other infiltrators. A few days ago, people gave poisoned water to school children marching. Many of them died.
A first aid station set up by the students outside the United States Embassy. Earlier this month, the protests changed character in a way that must have shaken the military top brass. Servicemen joined the marches. These are sailors from the Burmese Navy. The students know what power comes out of the barrel of a gun, hence this blatant appeal for mutiny. It reads, "Poor soldiers, using your common sense, answer the following questions. Who do you support most, your country or your commanders? Knowing that your commanders are bloodthirsty ones, the blood of your parents and children, what are you going to do next?" As the weeks passed, the smiles disappeared from the protesters, the mood became grimmer. The protesters may not have had guns. Increasingly, they were not unarmed.
This is the new armed struggle. These are called jinglies. You shoot them from this canopop. And here's the jingli walla. This is how you fire them. Yes, no, not that way.
Makeshift courts, under the control of students and monks, carried out summary justice against alleged government infiltrators.
This here is an execution at North Oklahoma, or South Oklahoma. These people were sent in by fractions of the army to cause unrest in Oklahoma. They caught them and they beheaded them.
Local districts set up their own guard posts, complete with warning gong to keep out the rising wave of anarchy. As the food started to run out, government stores were looted. The monks and students blamed army agents. The authorities blamed unruly elements. Western diplomats suspected it could have been a bit of both. Even for the lucky ones, things were looking difficult. The diplomatic store not the source of luxuries it once was. But some things remained available at a price.
All these items are very hard to
是我的在这里。嘿，咿咿呀呀，热爱也跟随你，那这样我终究你。